Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to the Farmington Public Schools April District Spotlight. And because it's the week of the young child, we figured we would come directly from our Farmington Early Childhood Center. And with me, I have some wonderful students. We have student Liam Max and Kennedy Kalzinski and teacher Jennifer Harbrun. So let's get started with the conversation here. And we can start with Mrs. Harbrun. Can you just tell us what class do you teach? And how long have you been at the Early Childhood Center?
I teach 4-year-olds, turning 5. Some are 5 already. I have been here at Farmington Early Childhood Center for next year will be 25 years. So, yeah, it's a great place to work.
That is wonderful. And I've been in your classroom, and I can see the excitement that our children have, similar to when I visited your classroom. So let's talk to the kids. So let's start with Kennedy. Kennedy, I have a question for you. Kennedy, when you go outside at the Early Childhood Center, what do you enjoy doing?
I like the merry-go-round and the tire swing.
The merry-go-round and the tire swing? I've seen that tire swing. That is a really sturdy swing. You can fit, I think, like 3 or 4 people on that swing. Is that right?
We can also fit 6.
6 people on that swing. It is very sturdy. Wonderful. And I've seen that merry-go-round. Liam, how about you? When you go outside, what do you enjoy doing?
I'm not.
What did you just say? Slides and merry-go-rounds? You want to sit on my lap? Do you want to sit on my lap?
I know, Liam, when we were talking before, you said you like to do obstacle courses. Is that right?
I'm trying to.
Do you like to do obstacle courses? You don't.
That's okay. That's okay, buddy. So let's go on to the next question. So, Kennedy.
I got slowly right on that one.
Oh, that's okay, buddy.
Okay.
So, Kennedy, I have a question for you. What are some of the jobs that you have in your classroom?
I have a favorite thing. I like.
The jobs, our job chart.
Oh yeah.
What do we have? What are some of our jobs?
The caboose, second in line leader, and mass bucket holder, helper, lights, cleanup crew, and
Wow.
We have lots of jobs. We have a job for every student in our class, and they rotate each day, right?
Those are a lot of jobs. And I've been in your classroom, and I've seen the chart right on the bottom of right underneath the bulletin board, where it has the different charts. And then it's the student's job to keep track of those. Liam, did you want to share what job you like in the classroom? Okay, no problem.
I don't want to answer anything.
Okay. Today, Liam's our door holder. He does a great job with that.
That's wonderful. And I know that each of the students, they rotate their responsibilities, and one person, I remember, has to move the clip that shows where you are in the agenda on the class. So not just the jobs, but what you move from what subject to what subject, whether it's playtime or reading. And so somebody's in charge of that job as well, which is an important job. So how about this? Let's ask Kennedy again. I have been in the Early Childhood Center, and I have seen the most incredible science room that I think you will ever see, with lots of stuffed animals, real stuffed animals, not just the ones you get at the store, but very, very engaging. There are also live animals in the aquarium and terrarium. So maybe let's start with Liam. What do you like about that science classroom?
I'm not asking right now because I'm going to just go pop this.
Okay, you can pop that. And that actually is something I've seen in your classrooms too. Mrs. Harbrun, can you talk to us about what that device is?
Well, these are the Pop-Its. They're just like fidgets. It's the kids. It helps them focus a little bit more. Sometimes we use it for different times. For a large group, we might use it when we're doing recall, which is the kids talking about what they've done throughout the day. So we use it for a number of different things.
And I have even seen myself in the Early Childhood Center students counting on them as well, because you can You can push them in. It's kind of like the push pop lid you would see on like a fountain drink. And so it's very fun to manipulate. So let's go back to a question about science. So Kennedy, that science classroom that you have that is so interesting with all of the animals, and I know Mr. Terry teaches in there. What is the best part of that science classroom? What do you like about that classroom, Kennedy?
I like the animals, and I like those things where you look through a little mirror and then it looks like people are taller, like kids and grown-ups.
Oh.
Like the Periscope. What did you say? What was the book that Mr. Schneider read that you liked?
The Three Little Fish and the Big Bad Shark.
And what does Mr. Schneider do?
He makes a funny sound and
He makes funny voices when he reads. Yeah. He gets very excited when he reads.
Mr. Schneider, Terry Schneider, is so committed to the Early Childhood Center and the exploration of science and the environment, and does such a wonderful job with all of our young learners there at the Early Childhood Center. It's a very special program and very unique to Farmington Public Schools. So let me ask you this. We can try again with Liam. Liam, what's your favorite thing to do during playtime?
I can't answer anything.
What do you like to do?
I don't want to do anything.
Okay.
That's okay, Liam. Kennedy, how about you? What's your favorite thing to do during either playtime or work time? I know you get a choice in the Early Childhood Center of work time and playtime. What's your favorite?
I like art area and I like kitchen area.
What do you guys do?
In the kitchen area, me, Ellie, and Aaron sometimes play family. Actually, every time.
They play family. They dress up and play family, and they go on family vacations. And
Mm-hmm. And I've seen during the playtime, it's unstructured in the sense that kids have choice, but it's very organized in terms of the purposefulness. And I've seen everything from blocks to manipulatives to playtime, home replication, dress up. So there's a lot of different options that the students have to choose, and there's a very intentional time of where we incorporate a play-based curriculum and a play-based education. So it's fantastic.
correct. And before they do that, they make a plan, and then they carry out their plan, which is their play or their work, and then they have to recall what they did. So there's 3 components to that big structured time of our play-based education. Yes.
That's wonderful. And we use the High Scope curriculum, which
Correct.
is a reputable research-based high scope play-based educational program for early childhood centers. And it's adhered to very precisely in all of our classrooms at the Early Childhood Center. So I can ask this of all 3 of you. The school is having Spirit Days each week for the month of April. Can any of you talk about some of the things you're doing during the Spirit Week? I guess I'll open it up for any of you. Kennedy or Liam or Mrs. Harbrun.
Do you remember any of them? What have we done?
Hat day, crazy hair day.
Tell them about your crazy hair. Did you do it?
Not really crazy. It was just cute.
It was more cute than crazy.
I
Okay.
had spikes on my hair.
You had spikes
did,
on your
yeah.
hair? Wow, that's some crazy hair.
Yep. So
What
we've
about
all-
some other days?
Do you remember the others?
Um,
Favorite color shirt?
right now is favorite color shirt.
Yeah.
But my mom forgot. Okay.
That's okay.
Yeah.
We've also
That
done,
happens sometimes for us moms and dads.
yeah, we've done Spirit Day, wear your FECC shirt, or if you don't have one, wear shirts with letters on them. We've done wear your favorite character or the clothing with the character on it. And then at the end of April, we're going to celebrate with a parade on the playground during our outdoor time. They can do streamers or musical instruments and just march around and parade and celebrate our youngest learners.
Wonderful. And you have one of the best playgrounds around. I tell you what, with all of the different slopes and the hills and the brand new state-of-the-art playground, it's a beautiful facility for our youngest learners. One thing I know is that you also we also just finished March's Reading Month, and in the classroom there were lots of special things that you did during that time. Can any of you recall some of the favorite things for March's Reading Month, or maybe one of your favorite stories that you remember, or books?
No, but I know that I'm reading good.
She's learning to read.
And I'm learning to do the monkey bars at my home.
Monkey bars and reading.
What the kids
I
did.
can do the monkey bars.
We sent home reading sheets, and they would, every time they read a book, they would color in a star, and we kept track of those, and we had so many people bring back their sheets, and they got to pick from the prize box, and we just encouraged a lot of reading. We did silly socks. We did some of the same, Hat Day and things like that. So we read a lot and had them read a lot at home as well.
That's wonderful. Well, that's exactly what we want for our youngest learners, is to be able to have purposeful days with a loving staff who really is going to help you grow, not only academically, learning how to read and some of the basics of math and following a curriculum, but also having a play-based education where you can set goals and learn how to do those monkey bars and have that healthy outside activity and running around and really just enjoying your life as a young child, as a young student. So I guess my final question, let me ask Mrs. Harbron, you've been there almost 25 years. What's your favorite part of a day at the Early Childhood Center?
Well, obviously the kids are the best, but the staff is wonderful. We've come together from 2 different preschools to 1 in the past couple years, and that's been great. We have a really cohesive staff. We've been in the district for over 30 years. We're really grateful to the community for passing the bond that we've been able to get this wonderful center where we have lots of different programming with Head Start and Great Start Readiness, tuition-based, special education, all in one building for our youngest learners. That's for them. Everything's geared towards kids this age, so that's wonderful. So coming to a building like that, it's a beautiful building with great kids and great staff. So
I couldn't agree more. And great leadership. We want to thank Supervisor Ms. Kirsten Chiquella, who has led the staff and really supports all of you and all of our young learners as well. And I tell you what, Liam and Kennedy, we thank you for being the Farmington Public Schools District Spotlight in April. This was a lot to ask you to kind of, sit still. We see a little bit of the common, what we call chair gymnastics that go on with our little ones. Their bodies are always moving, and you can see how well and experienced Mrs. Harbron is in working with our youngest learners. So we want to thank you very much and have a wonderful, wonderful day.
thank you.